Why do men pull away and lose interest? Oftentimes, women are frustrated because their men pull away and lose interest in them. There are several reasons that men do this, and you need to know them in order to prevent your relationship from falling apart. Emotionally unavailable men. Trying to work with an emotionally unavailable man can be a challenging experience. He may be shy or may have had a traumatic childhood. He may not want to talk about certain topics or may be afraid of getting hurt. He may even avoid introducing you to his family. He may also not respond to signals that he is distressed. Ultimately, he may not have a sense of what you want. If you want to make the most of a relationship with an emotionally unavailable man, it is essential to recognize the need for the right tools and strategies. His tools may include a relationship coach. The coach will help you address the specific issues you are facing in your relationship. The first step in addressing the emotional needs of an emotionally unavailable man is to understand that he is not looking for the same type of relationship you are. He may have been raised in a family that does not value emotional connections. The best way to get him to open up to you is to empathize with his need to avoid intimacy. Fear of commitment. Among the most common reasons men pull away and lose interest in a relationship is fear of commitment. While there are many external factors that may lead to a man pulling away from a relationship, there are also internal factors that may be contributing to his fear. Fortunately, there are ways to overcome this fear and re-establish the bonds of intimacy in a relationship. The first step in dealing with a man's fear of commitment is to understand that his fear is not a weakness. It is a normal fear that most men have when they enter a new relationship. They are afraid of making a wrong choice or getting hurt by a partner. Men who have been emotionally hurt may withdraw from a relationship. They are fearful of getting hurt again and may be afraid of losing control in a relationship. They may also be afraid of commitment, or they may be worried about their own flaws. If a man has a fear of commitment, it may be related to an irrational self-image or a family of origin issue. A man with a family of origin issue may be afraid of revealing family secrets to a partner. He may also be afraid that he is choosing the wrong woman. Preserving their identity. Keeping up with the ladies is not for the faint of heart. In fact, there are several ways to do it right. The biggest obstacle is your own self-control. The next best thing is having a supportive partner. The sex factor will reduce your stress level to boot. Having a successful marriage can be a great way to increase your self-esteem. The key is to find the right person at the right time. The best way to do this is to be honest with yourself, which is not always easy. Luckily, there are plenty of dating coaches and mentors to turn to. These people are willing to help you navigate the dating minefield. Getting back on track is not as hard as you might think. Taking a cue from these guys and establishing healthy, balanced, and respectful communication channels will help you reclaim your self-esteem and move on with your life. You might be surprised to learn that this can be a challenge for some men. This is why it is important to know how to read women's bodies. Stop putting pressure on him to commit. Putting pressure on men to commit can be a devastating way to destroy your relationship. Rather than making him feel forced, try to create a relationship that is authentic and one that is free of pressure. Then want a relationship that will grow with them. They want to feel like they are needed, and they also want to be comfortable with you. While you don't want to be the boss of your man, you also don't want to make him feel like he needs you to make his life work. Rather than pressuring him to commit, give him a chance to take charge of his life. By offering thoughtful favors, you demonstrate that you are a trustworthy and serious woman. You could also make your relationship more exciting by planning a trip to a new place with him. You could also make him feel more committed by complimenting him. and like to be appreciated, and by praising him you'll make him feel more necessary. And also like to be around women who don't feel dependent on them. Another way to make him feel more committed is to listen. Then want to know what's going on in their lives, and if you're able to listen, you'll be able to better understand him. If you're able to understand him, then he'll have a chance to see you in a more positive light. You should also make sure you're a positive influence in his life. He needs someone to be there for him, and by being an active and supportive partner, he'll feel more comfortable with you. If you want to make your relationship more serious, you can also work on getting a relationship label without putting pressure on your man. You can do this by making plans with him and by spending time with his friends. If you're able to give him a safe space where he feels comfortable, you'll be more likely to get him to commit. Make sure you're not putting him through a lot of stress, and you'll be more likely to win him over.